talking boxing next?
I know, yeah, but actually going to just give a quick update on Nigeria's preparation for the African Games. Boxing today, we know they will
the one-day trial.
One-day trial. It's supposed to be the final day. They will pick athletes that will represent
Just
boxers
13.
that will represent the country. Yeah, 13. Just imagine if you win 13 medals from different weight categories.
You guys are so cool. He talked about 17 medals in athletics at the
That's
World Championships, and you're talking about 13. Okay,
we've seen pictures from the National Open Championship, which was a good way for the boxers to prepare for the All-Africa Games. They've also been preparing at the National Stadium. We'll go there to find out what was going to go down. Tennis also, they're getting ready. We mentioned table tennis, we mentioned badminton, weightlifting. So all the federations are getting ready, just as Duro says, just at the time is not enough.
Money coming in late, even if you're going to give them 1 billion. I remember Danny Gerimachulo talked about the fact that give these athletes 10 billion to prepare a month to a tournament. He was just saying, of course, in Naira. He was just saying, so no matter if you don't start preparations on time, that money would definitely be for the tournament and definitely not for preparation. So that's just what it's all about.
All the money on time if you don't have the quality.
Beginning of the year, if you know this is a championship year, you already know that. It's not if it's just coming in suddenly.
Don't look. I'm not trying to look down on any team. Give Tahiti $20 billion to prepare for the World Cup. They won't beat Brazil. You understand what I'm saying? So you need to make sure that you go to the foundation, discover talent, put a structure, a system in place that will win, and everything will be fine. I'm talking about systems in place. Let's just quickly talk about boxing in Nigeria. And they will also chip in Mayweather Berto. Sean Rafa is a professional boxer. He's in the United Arab Emirates, Dubai to be precise. He was actually boxing in Nigeria. I'm sure he wasn't so comfortable with what was going on. And then, in Duro's words, he escaped. If Sean is joining us now. Sean, good morning and welcome to the show.
Excellent morning to you. Good morning, Austin, Cecilia, and Ayatende.
Great to have you. Great to have you.
Sean, we're just taking a look at boxing in Nigeria. Sean, what's your take?
Yes.
How can it be better?
Okay. First and foremost, I'd like to thank you for having me on your show. It's been a while since I spoke on any platform in Nigeria concerning boxing.
We're delighted to have
just
you.
listening to you throughout the whole show. I listen to people speak, about the sport and everything. Made my heart skip a bit because I love Nigeria and I love, to see Nigeria as my country grow. Talking about boxing, I was in the national team. I wasn't like one of the major players, but I trained with the national team in Benin in 2006. I was 19 years old, and I was real 19. Instead of me 27, trying to really do something like say, I'm a Nigerian, this is my real age. I want to do something, for this country. However, you can never ever discuss about athletes giving you gold medals or getting better sports if you have a better life. Okay, so I was in between, representing my country and dying for my country, or making sure that I can do the lifestyle and a life where whenever my kids come to this world, they don't have to worry about not having electricity in their house. They don't have to worry about healthcare. They don't have to worry about stuff I had to worry about. So I was in between worrying about the country or the future of my kids and their kids in the future. So of course, I put that in a nutshell. I chose my future first and then seeing what I can do. So you won medals. Come see how the Russians train. Come see how the Americans train. Come see how the coaches and the fighters are like father and son. If you cannot look at the 1996 team for Nigeria at the Olympic Games and see the quality of what they have, even the opposite jerseys, how they looked. I watched the video today, Nigeria versus Argentina and Nigeria versus Brazil, and you could see the whole atmosphere, the team, the staff. It was a total different league. Now you have people coming in from the United States to represent Nigeria in 100 meters. I would say you have 160 million people, and 60 million people, you go look for a college girl to play basketball for you. So this is the reason why you're getting what you have. It's not that there's no talent. I'm a fantastic boxer, God knows. And even if I didn't get the acknowledgement I could get in Nigeria, today I feed myself off box. I teach and I live in Jurea Beach residence. It's an extraordinary.
So, Sean, are you trying to say the country is not doing enough to develop talents right here and then nurture them?
The country is not only doing enough to develop talent, it's not doing enough to develop human beings. how to live, electricity, good roads. If you don't have these things, don't ask for nothing. Okay, you actually have basic infrastructure for human beings to first live as human beings. Then we talk about sports.
Okay,
I know things are better. I thank God for the current government. But what I'm saying is we have to pick and love our people. We have to love each other desperately. That's the only way you can see the kind of success, you can have everywhere in the world. And the funny thing is, even with all that stuff going on, we still have Nigerians who still fight desperately to get these medals. So I'm saying if you just get the living standard up and then upgrade the sports, there's no competition. Latif Kaide was my friend from the national team. He's at least a state champion, and he's fought on the highest level against Antonio Tarver. Same thing with Larry Duro-Dollar. Same thing with Shegun Ajose. What do you do this guy? So imagine you now had people, who were properly funded. They had a good rapport with the coach because there's a lot of, little emphasis placed on mental training. A guy who's coming from Russia, he thinks he's God. A guy from Nigeria is still looking at the guys as foreigners, and they're from a better place, they're already better than him mentally. He's finished.
Okay.
So the Russian guys, stuff.
Yeah, Sean, quickly, Mayweather fight and Berto, who is your money on?
For Mayweather versus Berto,
it's
obvious I'm going to go with Floyd Mayweather.
Because you're a Mayweather man, Sean. Because you're a Mayweather man. Sean, where is the element of surprise?
Well, Mayweather actually said, it's a young man's sport. When he was, trying to just give some credence to his opponent, he feels that he's not that young anymore. Age is catching up with him. But this guy, the one they call the villain, he's young. And, he may have lost a couple of fights, but, that might just play out in Berto's favor. Do you agree with that?
I do not agree. And it's about your lifestyle. Floyd Mayweather hasn't touched alcohol in his life. If you look at Floyd Mayweather and Andrew Berto, and nobody told you their age, you would think maybe Berto is a year older or they're the same age. Plus, Mayweather's skill level and the kind of opponents he's fought in the last, for example, Mayweather beat Manny Pacquiao in his last fight. He beat Marcos Maidana twice. He beat Saul Alvarez. He beat Roberto Guerrero. Now let's go to Andre Berto. Andre Berto, won by TKO, yes, to Cecilio Lopez. He beat Stephen Offler, who is a big class fighter. Then he gets knocked out by Soto Caras, who is a C-class fighter, and Soto Caras was knocked out by Keith Thurman. Then he gets beat up again by Roberto Guerrero, who Floyd Mayweather danced around, and then a guy named Victor Ortiz, who Floyd knocked out in 4 rounds. So how do you say? At what age, how many years ago was this? And plus, if you look at guys who are disciplined, like Bernard Hopkins, he's 49 plus, almost 50 years old, still beating up guys who are 20 years younger.
Or even Vladimir Klitschko. Yeah.
It's all about lifestyle.
Sean,
it's
about lifestyle. Sean, we'll get back to you again before the fight is done on September the 12th. Thank you so much for speaking to us.
Thank you very much.
All right. So that's it.
Can we quickly talk, what happened last night? The
UEFA
European
Super Cup.
Of course. Barcelona, they were really awesome in the night. 9 goals.
Awesome?
That's a game.
Did you say they were awesome?
They were awesome in the night.
How were they awesome?
Okay, Sevilla came from, 4-1 down to actually, level up 4-4. What I'm looking at is Lionel Messi being able to score 2 correct free kicks.
What is Lionel Messi?
2. Okay, he's a wonder kid. Okay, he's a phenomenon, whatever, anything you wanted to say.
But I
and Pedro also getting off the bench, someone who just told the club,
warning signals for Barcelona, really.
I want to leave the club, and of course, coming off the bench to score 115th minute, and of course, they were able to 9 goals. That's the game I will actually
Pedro,
give anything.
He might just have played his last game for Barcelona. Definitely, he might be on his way to Manchester United, so I guess they'll miss him.
And funny enough, it's actually the second time he's actually rescuing Barcelona when they played this Super Cup. Remember against Shakhtar Donetsk, I think that was back in 2009. He also scored, came from the bench to score 115 minutes.
Okay, Cecilia, drop the love for Pedro. We have to go now.
He should come to England. I think that's better. He should stop being a French player.
Oh, okay.
Where you can play first team.
Well, they say time flies when you're having so much fun. We've had a whole lot of fun, but don't worry, we'll do it again same time tomorrow. So please remember to keep a date with us right here. I'm Ayotunde Balogun, and of course, it's going to be a great time tomorrow.
Thank you for watching. I'm Cecilia Omogbe.
Let's do this again tonight and tomorrow. Until then, in everything you do, keep talking sports. I'm Austin Okonakman.